Everybody give it up for Miss Aparna.
How's it going? Yeah? Are you guys enjoying the night? Great. I just got here, so I'm just trying to soak up as much of the vibe as I can. I don't know if anyone else is on board, but I need summer to be over. I don't know what's happening. Clearly climate change is real, but it feels like it's gotten too real. It feels like it's gotten reality show real, and now it's in the phase of the season where it's like, I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to win. We get it. You're here for a while. I don't know. It's like summer in New York, I would wager to say is more stressful than summer in other places, just because you learn things that you didn't ever want or need to know. Like, I feel like everyone here in the summer just involuntarily becomes like a wine connoisseur, but for hot garbage smells. Everyone's just walking around like, oh, what is that? It's just like, it's like a tuna base with notes of diaper. It's really bright at the end. It opens up. Whenever it's a walking city, so it gets very humid here, and sometimes I'll just go into random businesses just for the air conditioning. I won't even see what it is. Like, I'll just stroll into a place, I'll just be like, oh, all right, I guess I'm a cigar aficionado today. It's like, ask a question, make it seem like you fit in. Sir, are they all brown sticks? It seems like a legitimate line of inquiry. Yeah, I'm also ready for competitive romper season to be done. Because, it's like now it's not even limited by gender, so it's terrifying. It's anyone's game. I don't know. I think I'm most comfortable in seasons where you can wear enough layers that people are like, does she have a physical form at all? You don't know. It's a mystery. Like, if I'm ever lucky enough to be on the red carpet, I think people, reporters will be like, who aren't you wearing? It's a lot of gowns. I love a good baggy sweater. I feel like baggy sweaters were the original emotional support dog for women. Like you put one on and people finally stop asking if you're okay. They're like, she's healing now, it's official. Her journey back to wellness has begun. Yeah, I'm in my 30s, and I was like, I wonder if there's a point where, as a lady, you just stop worrying about all this. And I was like, no, you know what? I bet even female ghosts will see a sheet flapping in the wind, and they'll just be like, body goals, I bet it never ends for us. Something to look forward to in the afterlife. 10 hot tips to keep your bones shiny. Take your time. Some of them have a delay. I am someone, I don't know, I'm fairly uncomfortable, I think, sometimes in my own skin. Sometimes at parties, I'll keep my coat on indoors too long, and someone will always be like, you gotta take your coat off. You seem, uncomfortable and like you wanna leave. And I'm always like, that is accurate. I feel like to take it off would be to deny my truth, so the coat must stay on. Yeah, I don't know. Some people, they have FOMO. It's fear of missing out. I feel like I have the opposite. I have fear of missing in. I'm always like, oh, I wonder what my apartment is doing right now. I gotta check in on my bed. There's the Irish goodbye, that's when you just leave without saying goodbye. I've been trying the Irish hello. That's when you don't show up and you don't tell anyone. So far it's worked, I think. Yeah, I recently had a body language expert evaluate me for a friend's project, and she literally said to me, I don't generally like to give negative feedback, so I'm not sure what to say to you. And yeah, I didn't quite know what to do, so I just I crab walked out of the room. It felt like the interaction was over, so it was like me and the girl from The Grudge against the world, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I've been having a good year, though. I mean, like, comedy has been good. Like, I've been traveling a lot. I took a bus recently. I've been telling everyone about the bus. Great way to travel if you like, things that are like egg carton shaped. But I recently took a long bus ride and I sat in the seat directly behind the driver. Has anyone ever occupied this coveted position? Yeah. It's a very undeserved sense of power, because you have the driver's view, but you're slightly elevated, so it immediately goes to your head. Like, I was kind of like, I think if something happens to him, like, I'm the next one in command. And I don't know if I'm ready for that level of responsibility, like, I can't even get the Wi-Fi to work, so I don't know if I should be trusted with everyone's fate. But I do feel like Wi-Fi on a bus is kind of like concept Wi-Fi. It's kind of like, wouldn't it be nice if we had Wi-Fi and that's the network? Just runs on hope. Sounds like maybe if I say it, I can manifest it. Yeah, I've also been flying a lot, and I realized, like, even though I've been flying for years, like, I always forget to finish my water before I go through security, and I always end up chugging a water bottle on the security line, and I was like, that always feels challenging, but I realized recently, even more challenging, bottle of massage oil. You gotta give a lot of shoulder rubs very quickly, and not everyone is down. Yeah, my flight landed recently and something actually kind of odd happened. I was coming down the aisle and the pilot was standing at the front and I never know what to say to them afterwards. It's always like, thank you, good game, whatever. And then I muttered something incoherent, I kind of shuffled by. And then I heard the woman behind me and she just leans into him and she goes, I really enjoyed what you did with the flight. Yeah. Which I thought was strange, but also kind of beautiful, because what I had taken to just be like a standard takeoff journey landing, she treated him like he was some kind of experimental performance artist of the air, where she's just like, honestly, what you did up there was groundbreaking work. Like, that safety video was just such a subversive meta-commentary on obedience, and you made me rethink clouds, But, like, I can imagine her not always being as nice. Like, she gets off a different flight and she's just like, wow. That was derivative. It was a lot of the same old, ending, super predictable. I hate to say it, but it felt like you were on autopilot the whole time. I know, sick pilot burn, not nice. I have been traveling more internationally this year. It's very odd. It's a very strange time to leave the country, because every time you leave the States now, it sort of automatically feels like an apology tour. You have to be like, I'm so sorry, I know, I'm sorry. We are also embarrassed, like, we're working on it, we got a team going. I'm retweeting, like, what, it's all happening, you'll see. I was in Canada for a while, and that was kind of nice, because I was like, I'm sorry, and they're like, no, we're sorry. Sorry. So that was kind of healing. It was like actually healing, because then we all got free physicals, so it was a good week. But I went to Scotland for the first time this year. I learned what haggis is. People familiar? Okay, no one's ever excited. If it's a dish there. They're very proud of it. If you're not familiar, it's sheep heart, liver, and lungs. It's like finally back together again for their reunion tour. It's like people were asking, they're back, and then it's all chopped up and spiced and served to you in the sheep's stomach. Yeah, because you're a busy woman on the go. You gotta throw it in something, get out of there. And while I was there, people kept being like, oh, you're gonna try haggis? And I was like, oh, you know what, I'm a vegetarian, I can't, too bad. And then they would always be like, no, there's vegetarian haggis. And it's always like, why? It's like, what kind of self-loathing vegetarians are you that you take the thing that's like created in meat, like a love poem to meat forged in the fires of flesh, and you're just like, yeah, okay, sure, we'll take that one too. I was like, what happens when you order vegetarian haggis? Do they just give you like an empty plate and they're just like, imagine if you made different choices? It's just like a thought experiment. Yeah, I don't know. It is a weird time in the world. Like the news is, I don't know, it's hard to even say news without being like, oh no. I've been trying to hold on to anything positive that I can though, like anything, even if it's a stretch. Like the day of the eclipse, when Trump looked at the sun, I was like, that was a good day. I think I smiled that day maybe. And it kind of, doesn't it seem like he does that every morning and someone's like, oh, he's doing it again, someone go get him, who left the gate open? It's just like, shiny. And I've been trying to hold on to the Russia stuff, like I have been like sort of fantasizing, like what would I wear to a winter impeachment? Yeah, hopefully something with full transparency I think would be good. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird because I have noticed over my life, it's like, why do the worst people with like terrible ideas, they always have so much confidence, and because of that, they gain like followers and power. Like I could never imagine anyone in the current administration just like sitting up in the middle of the night in like a cold sweat, just like, maybe I should rethink everything I do and say. Whereas I feel like a lot of the rest of us with like a lot less power but good intentions are constantly walking around just being like, did I smile at that barista wrong, Doesn't feel like a fair distribution from the universe. Yeah, like you kind of know you're living a weird time when you go to therapy and your therapist is just like, do you want to go first or should I? There's a lot to get through. Maybe we should just talk at the same time. Double up. I am someone who has a lot of anxiety, and it is weird that anxiety is finally on message. Like, if you're an anxious person, it's kind of like, this is what we trained for, It's like, this is our Olympics. It's like all those nights awake, like, it's showtime. It's not fun, but yeah, I have become very overdramatic since the election, though. Like everything to me is now loaded with symbolism. Like whenever it rains now, I'm just like, metaphor, I'm like a teen poet in bloom. I remember on the inauguration, like I ordered a sandwich and it was supposed to come on wheat bread, but it came on white bread, and I was like, hello, it's already happening, This is how it starts with the bread. Thank you guys.